This is the worst hair I've ever worked with in my 17 years of living. Hi guys, it's me Serenity and I'm back with another video. That's again so weird to say. Like I said in my last video, I am currently a junior going into her senior year of high school. And so I wanted to sort of kind of give some life hacks and tips, some things that I've sort of kind of scrounged around in my high school career. I'm also going to answer some questions about what I want to do when I'm older. My college things, they're all local, so I won't be saying the names of them. Most likely I will. What's the fun in not saying your college names, right? Because I'm going to too. But yeah, let's get on right with the video. So I am currently a junior going to her senior year at a military high school. I've lived here since I was about 7 or 8, and I sort of kind of grew up here. A lot of good things has happened, a lot of bad things has happened. But this video is about high school and I'm getting off track. 1.5 of my years were spent online due to quarantine. When quarantine started, I was graduating my freshman year of high school, and then when it stopped and online and in-person classes started, it was my junior year, which was this year. So I didn't really have much experience in my sophomore year, which sort of kind of sucks, but I'm taking the time that I can now for this year and for next year to live everything that I missed out on. Thing I did not like is that I wasn't involved, and there's so many of these things that I knew about now that I didn't know about, and that was still around when I was a freshman, and I really wish I got involved into those things because like I love my library club. There's so many classes that I didn't even know about, like psychology. That was one of my favorite classes this year. And there was a lot of opportunities, people that I've met that I was like, why didn't I meet you sooner? You know? So I definitely want to say in your freshman year, get around, get involved, get in the good crowd. Okay, so for sophomore year was remotely online. Like there was no in-person school. Towards the end it was a little bit in-person, like sort of kind of a little bit of in-person school, but I will go in depth in a whole other video about quarantine itself and everything that I went through during quarantine, because I definitely think that it could help people, because I felt really alone during quarantine, and I only really had one true friend. Her name is Yasmin. We're still friends to this day. I love her so much. She's so amazing, man. She's amazing. She's just amazing. I love her. Like there were some classes that I paid attention in, or some classes that I didn't. The first semester I was in this chemistry class, didn't pay attention at all, was so confused, just copied off the work. In the second semester I go to this whole nother teacher, this teacher I had for biology in my freshman year. I loved the class, it was in person. I was so confused by the end of it. It was a pre-AP chemistry compared to the one first semester. It was just regular chemistry, so I was moved up. And one thing I also want to say is, I don't know why everyone thinks like asking your teacher for help is a bad thing, but I emailed my teacher so much about, is there a YouTube video that I can do to learn this, I'm gonna learn that, and he helped me. And because I feel like teachers really care if like your student is asking for help, because it means they're actually engaged, actually want to learn. So one thing I would definitely say is like ask for help. Like there's so many YouTube videos on there from so many subjects, whether it's psychology or algebra 2 or physics, or it's literally so helpful. I didn't ask for help until the last few months, like the last month, and it really helped because some teachers are, especially at my school, some teachers are really helpful. Like there are those few teachers that are like, but they're like,
no, you do it yourself. I'm not doing that. You can do it yourself.
But there's also some teachers, like my chemistry teacher, that he was very helpful. He even gave me like grades on assignments that I didn't even do because he knew how much I was struggling. And I feel like if you really let your teachers know like what you're going through, or if you're struggling, or if you need help, tell them, because they are going to help you. If they're a good teacher, they're going to help you. Asking for help is like the main thing. Before I get into junior year, I want to say that sophomore year is the best time for you to start looking into your path when it comes to college, whether you want to go to college, whether you don't, whether you want to gap year, whether you want to go to a private school, university, community college. Sophomore year is the best year to look. Now, since my sophomore year was online, I was never told that. So in junior year, I had a lot of time. I had a lot of frustration trying to look into what college I'm gonna go to. Oh, what am I gonna do to get a job? Like, I have to get a good job. Like, I wanted to do dancing. I wanted to be a dance teacher, but they don't necessarily get the bills paid. You know, like. And like with me, I have so many hobbies. I'm into singing, dancing, tarot, psychology, art, all this different stuff, and that made it so hard to pick something that I want to do. So I eventually came up to becoming a crime scene investigator, and that's basically like when like there's a crime scene, whether that's a murder, that's a assault, that's a robbery, a burglary, something that is considered illegal in like under the law and under the Constitution. They'll be like, hey, I need you to come down here, check this crime scene out. Basically what I'm doing, just investigating the crime scene. Like, we're usually the ones that put the stickers, the little numbers. I'll try to leave the picture, so like these things, like with the triangle things with the numbers, like 57, something like that, the tape, and then the do not cross things, and like the body tape, stuff like that. So we're usually the ones that do that, and I picked it mainly just because I love forensics. I hope that there's this class called forensic science, and they actually did a thing like that where they had a fake crime scene in the middle of the hallway, and they actually had people come and investigate it. I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I've been wanting to get that class since forever. I think since like freshman year I've been wanting to get it. So junior year is the time for you to start applying to these colleges, putting down like sort of kind of narrowing down your college list. And junior year is sort of kind of where you take the SATs. I think junior year is one of the most important years. Every single tip that I've said in this video applies to whatever grade you're in, whatever school you're in. All these tips apply because I feel like they help the most. They really helped me a lot. I feel like junior year is sort of kind of not that time to like, you could sort of kind of relax, but there's still things that you have to do. So you have to take SATs, so start narrowing down your college list, and stuff like that, like college, stuff like that. So you know what you want to do when you're a senior year. I have everything planned, and I have everything planned. So if I'm being honest, I spent the majority of this year alone. Like, yeah, I had little friend groups to hang out with, but most of the time I was alone, and you really have to learn to be alone and to enjoy your own company before going to someone else. Because like, if they leave, you're gonna be like depressed and crap, and we don't need that. My French teacher really goes through it. Now, my French class, it's French 1, which is like the beginning. There's French 1, there's French 2, there's French 3 AP, and there's French 4 AP. And so my French teacher goes through it, but there's not many juniors, there's not many upperclassmen, and there's mostly freshmen and sophomores. Majority are freshmen. And she goes through it because there's so many immature, disrespectful freshmen in there, and I get so annoyed because disrespecting a teacher is not cute. It is not funny. It is not. It's just not. It's a no. Always good to do research early. Going to your counselors, going to teachers, stuff about that. Before quarantine, I actually went to the counselor about my mental health frequently. I went to the counselor almost every single day. I had a lot of pent up anger when I was in freshman year for zero reason. Actually, it probably was a reason. really. Like, I also learned to take breaks. Those times where I would overwork myself, but your body needs rest too. Your mind needs rest too. Your hands need rest too. If you're writing, your brain needs rest too. So it's like it's good to take breaks. I just remember I was in my 8th grade health class, and there was 2 high schoolers, 2 seniors giving us a presentation on high school and how it passed by quick, and I can't do anything but agree with her. And so it really goes by fast. So I just want to say, like, it might not matter when you're 11 or 12, but it's going to matter when you're 17, 18. Everything can affect your future. It really can. At the end of the day, copying from your friends and doing all of that is not going to get the bills paid when you're older. You're going to be working a 9 to 5, barely surviving, and that's not good. I also want to mention like some classes that I took this year that I really enjoyed. So my physics teacher, I love my physics teacher, even though the class was really early in the morning and it was really hot and I wasn't in the best place to sit at because someone next to me didn't have the best connection. I love my French class. I have her next year and I'm so happy. I really wish I took French earlier. And yeah, she's like the best. She's like my favorite teacher. My digital media teacher, that class was great. I love that I got to work with Premiere Pro, which is something I've really been wanting to work with since I am an editor. I love my English teacher. My English teacher was amazing. Even though her class is so far, because you have so many buildings. I will do a campus tour one day when I'm at school, but it's really stupid big. So my history teacher, he was okay. I liked his class, even though we were in a portable and it was sort of kind of cold, but I did like his class. His class was very easy. My weak subjects are history and math, but I've had an A in his class all year. It's really easy. Literally everything is on Google. And which I use that to my advantage. Obviously I studied like I was supposed to, did that, got good grades on my test. So yeah, my 7th period, first semester was psychology. I love psychology. The study of emotions or how people work in the head. I loved it. It got me so much into psychology. It got me so much into how people, like people in general. I've always been interested in psychology in a way, so I was like, yeah, let's take it. I watch psychology videos now to this day, even though I don't have a class. Same teacher though. But we did this fun project where we got to diagnose a character from a series or movie, a fictional character. I did Jules from Euphoria.
Someone did Maddie, someone did Rue, somebody did Cassie, some people did BoJack Horseman, Patrick.
And it was just a great class. Sociology was a little bit more social. Obviously, it's like the study of social and how people react in social situations. I really loved that class. It was a little bit strict because that teacher was always strict throughout the whole year that I had her, whether it was for psychology or sociology. She was a very strict teacher. Now, my 8th period teacher, I don't like him that much. He's not a bad teacher, but he's a little odd in a way. His class was predominantly easy, but just the way he sort of kind of taught us things were sort of kind of weird. I think he was a really pretty good teacher, but this is the section for my senior self.
Editing Serenity here. I forgot to film an outro for this video, but I hope you guys enjoyed not only the tips, advice that I listed, but this video as well. Like I said in my welcome back video, I'm very excited to be back. So Young, blessed be, and I'll see you guys in the next video.